similar to the boundaries that make us comfortable. In other words, like some of the Jewish community then, who may not like it if Jesus crossed boundaries to eat with people that we consider our enemy, or to be seen healing unclean people, feeding the hungry. I'm sure our list could go on. The crowd's presence that day with Jesus reminds us of the temptations we face as disciples. The temptation to squelch the Spirit with our humanly expectations. But the Spirit, my friends, is still at work today. It is in the business of turning things upside down, just like everyone's world was flipped by Jesus' marvel of a man's faith. One of the things I like most about the gospel is how it encourages us to imagine ourselves in the text and then challenge ourselves to ask meaningful questions. Like, who would I be in this parable today? Which group is my faith most like? Is it like that of the centurion, bold and willing to cross boundaries and do things that are perceived to be unconventional? Or perhaps you find yourself as part of the Jewish delegation sent by the centurion, faithful to Jesus and your friend outside the faith, willing to stick your reputation on the line as a faithful Jewish leader in order to help someone who's not Jewish. Or maybe you're more like the disciples and the others gathered in the crowd, striving to be faithful, but contained by the bounds of expectations. No matter where we find ourselves today, I think it is fair to say that we have all had experiences in life that help us relate to each part of the story. However, as Jesus reminded us with his example of healing the unexpected, we are to strive to have the centurion's faith and be like the Jewish leaders who risked it all to help a non-Jew. And when we find ourselves like those gathered in the crowd with the disciples, then we should do our best to recognize the boundaries that are holding us back from being and doing what we've been asked to do as disciples and as children of God. If we do this, then we too can be a part of the work of the Spirit, still turning the world and all of its expectations upside down and on its head, still creating space for people to marvel at another's faith. Make me so on this day for you and for me.